What is up, guys? I'm really excited to talk to you about, obviously, as you can see from the gameplay, we're going to be talking about Destiny, a game that I've personally been really looking forward to. And as we know, the alpha is over. They extended it for like a day, but it was short. It was a small glimpse of what we have to look forward to. Hopefully, the beta is going to have more, which is also in about a month. But needless to say, I pretty much took away a lot of pretty much just positive thoughts about it. I mean, as you can see here, I'm going through like the different classes. There's only three classes. I'm not sure if there's going to be any more. Hopefully, there is. But I kind of wanted a little bit more options. Like I don't know. I kind of wanted to make my character look white. Kind of funny because I'm Hispanic and I want to make a character look white, but whatever. I think I just settled with some strange color. Like I said, it was just an alpha, but I'll start off with talking about the first thing you notice in the game, which is the visuals. And I mean, it's not the best graphics I've ever seen. Like it didn't blow my mind, but it has that distinct, art style that Bungie always has, and it's mainly, draws from Halo. Like it looks very Halo-y, and that is not a bad thing whatsoever because I've always adored Halo's art style and I've always just been a fan of the whole sci-fi look. I am very much into like sci-fi and stuff. So when it comes to the visual art style and like how it looks, while it might not be the most technically impressive game, I very much enjoy it. And when it comes to the controls of the game, it has very nice controls. Like it handles great aiming and stuff. Of course, I had to like max out the sensitivity because I'm not really like the slow aiming you usually get on consoles. But the controls are really good. I have no problems with the controls whatsoever. And of course, there's the gameplay, which everyone's kind of been comparing it to like Borderlands. It's Halo-y. It's pretty much honestly is like that, and that's not a bad thing. Like those two games, Borderlands, I've loved Borderlands. This is some of my favorite times. I don't know how many hours I poured into Borderlands 2, farming for ridiculous weapons and stuff like that. And Halo like innovated first person shooters back in the day with Xbox, and it put online multiplayer on the map again with launch of Halo 2. So I mean, drawing inspiration from two great franchises like Halo and Borderlands, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. As far as I'm concerned, it's a great combination. But is it like reinventing a genre? Like is Destiny really reinventing the FPS? It's really not. And then they've been talking about how it's an FPS MMO. It's kind of like that. Like it's kind of cool that you'll be playing like a single player mission and then just like, randomly people will just be there, which I'm not sure how that
Okay,
works on a
the
technical
Skywatch is
level, but
just on the other
I
side
don't
of the
have any
steps.
problems with random people just
And
playing
it's
along with me.
surrounded
Like
by
obviously they
fallen.
can't screw with me or anything, and
Well,
of course
I'm
they
ready
can't
if you are.
ninja steal your loot like they could in Borderlands, which I think is great because everyone gets their own unique loot. So it's pretty much refining the loot like Borderlands and probably the Halo experience. I'm not really sure what's going on with the story. I'm not sure how cohesive it's going to be. We'll have to wait and see, but hopefully Bungie does a good job with the story. They always crafted excellent tales going from Halo 1 to 3. It was they're pretty good at that stuff. I'm not really too worried about that, but I'm not sure if it's a first person MMO. Like I didn't really get that feel. We'll just have to wait and see. But playing co-op, I mean, I didn't really get a chance to play co-op with anyone in particular. But I mean, I love co-op. Like that's why I love Borderlands so much. Like if I had played that game by myself, like if you actually managed to play Borderlands by yourself with nobody, that game's kind of boring. Like no offense to Borderlands, but one of the biggest appeals is going through that whole game with a friend. It's an incredible experience. Playing Borderlands by yourself is kind of lame. But like I said, that's kind of the main reasons why I really like this game. Like the whole co-op thing gets me really excited, and I'm just excited in general seeing more co-op stuff like Assassin's Creed Unity. That you're gonna, I don't know if you're gonna be able to do the whole game co-op, but I think that'd be pretty sweet. And there's Far Cry 4, which you can like invite random people to join you and play with you. Like they don't even have to have the game. That's awesome. But like I said, Destiny and the whole co-op thing, I'm liking this whole like focus on co-op. There's nothing wrong with co-op, and I think it's about time we got more co-op experiences. So when it comes to the gameplay, it's nothing revolutionary. It's not going to blow your mind. It's if you've played Halo, if you've played any shooter, played Borderlands, you're going to be familiar with this stuff. It's nothing like
You know, this place must
mind
have been
blowing.
amazing before
And
the
another
war.
thing that always liked
Thousands
about
of
Bungie is their
people
taste
poured
in
in the
music. The
holiday
musical
season,
score
off to
and
build
Destiny is
cities
just
beyond.
incredible. Like
And
orchestrate,
now,
it's just so
fallen.
powerful and it really
Just
resonates with you.
with
Just
the
like when
next
you
breath.
listen to Halo, like Combat Evolved for the first time, that opening song, like Bungie just had an amazing luck with like having really talented musicians be a part of their products. It's become a staple. Just how talented the musical score has always been with Halo, and that's kind of Bungie's baby. But when it comes to online, like I said, it didn't really revolutionize anything. I'll talk about the competitive multiplayer in a different video because you know how I am. I'm really critical about balance and the competitive aspect of it and stuff. So I'll do a totally separate video of what I think about the competitive online multiplayer, which is it's called the Crucible or whatever. But I'll do something totally different for that. But like I said, it's not nothing like special. Like you're in like when you start the game, you're in like this weird spaceship thing, like floating in orbit, and you can invite people to join your strike team. I think up to 6 people. I guess that's how many people can play together. I'm not sure if you can have up to 6 people in your strike team, and a couple of random people just join to be like doing the exact same thing, like a big world event. I think that's what they advertised. It's some weird event, but I've played like single player like mission thing, and there was a lot more than 6 people like in my world doing stuff. So I'm not really sure how that's going on, but like I said, as long as they're not screwing with me, they can't really ninja loot steal my crap. As long as they're just helping me, the more help the better. I am not complaining about that whatsoever, unless of course they might be taking some of the XP I could be earning, which might upset me, but it's not a big deal. But I mean, basically my takeaway with Destiny is it didn't really blow my mind. I didn't really expect it to. I don't really think it was going to revolutionize first-person shooters, like just like they said Titanfall was going to change the game. Like it really didn't, and I don't really think Destiny is going to change the game either, and really much of any level online or I don't know, like what is it? It's claiming it's making a new market, first-person MMO. And no offense, but if you play PC games, there are first-person MMOs, like legit ones. They're called first-person MMOs. I'm not sure what Bungie is trying to claim by saying this is one of like the first ones revolutionary. Maybe on consoles, but that's just we're talking about consoles. There's a lot of limitations on that platforms, but I won't get into that. But needless to say, regardless of how it didn't like blow my mind, I didn't have any real gripes with the game outside of I don't know, it froze like 2 or 3 times. That kind of upset me, but this is an alpha. This is very early build. Hopefully they'll improve upon it. Hopefully it won't be freezing a lot when I actually get the full retail game. But outside of, the technical problems of freezing and stuff, I don't really have anything negative to say about the game. Well, I guess I won't say that because I'll have quite a lot to say when I talk about the competitive multiplayer of this game. But overall, when I was playing the single player, I can see this being very enjoyable. Hopefully it's nice and lengthy and meaty, and we'll see how much grinding, like how much is it worth it, like what type of crazy cool weapons you get, because that's kind of like the hook with Borderlands and like stuff like Diablo. Like you just want to get that cool stuff, and like it really motivates you to keep grinding. Like I'm not sure how it's going to work. I'm going to kill the same boss, do the same mission over and over again, and then finally the great weapon I've been waiting for drops and stuff. And there's this thing, which is the weird plant things. I'm not sure, resources that they can use for various things. Just like when you play in the competitive multiplayer, you get Crucible tokens or something, and you can use that to buy stuff. But I'm hoping, the loot system, it works well. Like, it seems like the fact that you can't ninja loot and everyone gets their own unique stuff, I think that was an ingenious move by Bungie, because that is a problem in Borderlands. Like I said, that was always an issue. There's one cool weapon, there's like 2 or 4 people in your lobby, and you're just standing there like, this might be an issue. Of course, that was resolved with duping, but I'm guessing there's not going to be any duping in this game because no one's going to have to go through that issue. But like I said, there was nothing negative I really took away from this game. And like I said, there's nothing that really like stood out like, wow, this is incredible. And like I said, I already pre-ordered the game. I'm very excited. I'm probably gonna enjoy it quite a bit. But it's not revolutionary. Like does it live up to the hype? I'm not sure anymore. Like with the games these days, there's so much hype around Titanfall. There's so much hype about this game. Like it's a little bit absurd at this point. But is it shaping up to be a great experience and a very enjoyable experience, which is honestly what really matters? I would say it is. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I didn't have any problems with it. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm looking forward to this game, but I don't think it's like hype machines are just out of control these days. I guess I'll put it that way. It's just ridiculous. And hopefully the game looks a little bit better. I mean, I think the artistic style of it will carry it just fine, but honestly, I'm not going to pretend like it's going to look that much better. Like it might look a little bit more sharper. But what you see in the alpha and what you see in the beta is probably going to be what the game actually looks like. We'll just have to wait and see the variety of locales and stuff, weapons and stuff, cool looking armor and stuff. I'm looking forward to that because, like I said, this alpha, it was a very small taste. There wasn't like that much stuff I could do. Like I said, it might as well just been a little demo. But it was very enjoyable the whole time. And I'm really looking forward to Destiny. And I'm curious what you guys thought. Did you guys get to play it? You guys don't have a PS4, you're gonna get to try it. What do you guys think? Is it the greatest thing next to sliced bread? Leave your thoughts and comments below because I am kind of curious if you guys got to try it out. What do you think of it? And if you haven't, if you're looking at this, what do you think? Does it look special or anything? Because obviously I think it's very enjoyable and a great game. I don't think it's revolutionary in any sense. Like I said, leave your thoughts and comments below. I'm curious as to what you guys think of this very, highly anticipated title. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.
There's a wizard here. You see something floating in the air, you have to kill it. The wizard's here.